Do you mean, bro? I just heard the most absurd stuff on YouTube. I just heard a lot of yapping. Girls do a lot of yapping. What do you mean, bro? A lot of yapping. What do you mean, bro? She can't even pull 30 kills in a match, and she thinks she can do better gameplay than me. I don't think so, bro. Girls do a lot of yapping. What do you mean, bro? Men do a lot of yapping. In reality, they get no views. But they get these views because they view bot. Who watched the guy got 1K? 1K people watching him. And it says that 1K through the whole night. Who does that? And again, and they watch, and day in and day out, I do great gameplay. Day in and day out. And I'm the views I get because the algorithm like them guys? The algorithm? What do you mean, bro?
Checking out Chicago. They just crushed expectations all season long. Only a few people thought they could sustain this level of excellence, but here they are.
And now the
who said that? Great gameplay, day in and day out. Now I'm confused I get because the reason why I'm being is they swing Warzone gameplay, day in and day out. They do trash gameplay every day. What do you mean? Oh my goodness.
Then it's MP. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very...
What do you mean, bro?
Now, here's MP. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. It's good. He makes his first
What do you mean, bro? Girls do a lot of yapping. They can't, not numbers that I get.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Hernandez can't get it to go. And it's Detroit's ball. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively. Just giving up way too many open
looks. Do a lot of yapping. I swear to God, I do a lot of yapping on this platform.
Help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2
Bro,
this
do a
game.
lot of yapping.
The defense
I swear to
was
God.
just all over him, but MP just too strong down there.
Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their games.
Yeah, you love to lean into.
And they call me trash every day.
Athleticism, but
I go both beyond. I got something to prove. These through the streets.
Comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go.
I got something to prove in these streets.
That these guys
something
have
to prove.
In their growth together, and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other. That's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
I got something to prove in these streets.
On 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Back to MP. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. MP's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I got something to prove in these streets.
Like him to get his
you say you better than me? Prove it. I let my gameplay do talk.
Catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan,
you say you better than me in these streets?
Talked about how
in these streets?
He is on
prove it. Let my gameplay do talk.
Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean you have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade.
I do a lot.
Thank you, David.
When I see trash gameplay in these streets, I see gameplay. When I see gameplay in these streets, when I see it, I so say it.
Thompson with the rebound.
I sort of say when I see trash gameplay
there to bother him. I think that one's all on him.
When I see it, I just tell them how it is. And they all the time block me. They all the time block me in these streets.
The Bulls with the lead. The drive by MP. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, the defense tries to collapse on MP's drive, but he just refuses to back off.
And a moment here to take over the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Great gameplay day in and day out. What are you talking about?
From the jump, they're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic, and Josh Giddey subbed in for Dosunmu. And MP with the basket on the assist by White. White's got 4 assists now tonight. Cunningham
That was a great game play. At the end of the day, I was tough, bro.
From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the
I do
floor.
a great game plan day in and day out.
Called here for Detroit.
When I wake up in the morning, go to the tape, get on the sticks. What do you mean, bro? Post through YouTube, through Twitch. What do you mean, bro? Post every day faithfully. I have not been on Twitch for quite a while because I ain't get no views on Twitch or YouTube. What do you mean, bro?
Chicago making some changes.
Through YouTube, through Twitch. What do you mean, bro? Through YouTube, through Twitch. What are you talking about, bro?
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season, and most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Harris is out there with Holland. Then there's Christie. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Schroeder in at the point.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
I should have passed that ball to Bill.
Pistons trail by 11. Driving inside. The shot's good from Christie.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
To the paint. MP powers through the contact inside.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Great game play, day in and day out. I'm still the algorithm like me. Is that what it is? The algorithm?
Right now, they need the basket.
How do you say what's your mouth?
The rebound by Dosunmu. Chicago leading by 11. MP kicks to Simmons. Here's Hernandez. MP strong inside.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Pass to Christie. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. There's Schroeder. And a miss there on the triple. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. MP keeping his balance right there.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Back to Schroeder. Pass to Christie. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Now here's Giddey. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Giddey's got 11 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Warriors was superb. He finished with 49 points, and he got lots of great looks. He's shooting it at a high clip. A mind-blowing effort, one that's going to be hard to repeat, but it's hard to bet against him. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep growing here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Welcome to the block party.
For the Bulls. Collins checked in for Buzelis, and it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here is Cunningham. The Bulls getting the bucket. Again, the Pistons score.
And Cunningham looking confident down low, just understanding if he takes his time, he can get the job done.
Back to MP. Second shot opportunity, and Vucevic finishes inside. Vucevic has got his third bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
White against Ivy. Shoots over White. That one rolling around and rims out.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
MP finds White. Back to MP. And he finishes nicely on the way. Hernandez has got 22 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Cunningham outside. Thompson a screen on MP. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 13.
Yeah, Cade hard to stop. He's got his motor revved high tonight.
Pass to Hernandez. It's stolen by Cunningham.
It's stolen. What do you mean, bro?
Lobbed up there for Thompson. Blows the alley-oop. MP with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Hernandez in block. That one goes careening off the glass.
Block party. Oh, to the block party, bro.
Using every inch of that reach.
And here's Stewart. Thompson right side.
That's it, right.
Stewart with the screen on Collins. And Thompson kicks to Stewart. No good on the triple. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back right after this.
What do you mean, bro? Welcome to the block party. What you talking about, bro? Welcome to the block party. What you talking about, bro?
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Well, right now for Chicago, you know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team that has to go against them, Shaq.
You're starting to scare me, Kenny.
Oh, okay. That wasn't scary.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Bulls.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Who does that in the game, bro? Night in, night out. I poise, bro. I'm patient. I make the extra pass. That's what you got to do.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
They've got Dosunmu. White is out there with MP. And it's Vucevic. And it's Buzelis in at the power forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Hernandez. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw drops for Vucevic. And so he hits both. Now, here's Ivy. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle, here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
And this is where Cade Cunningham showing his ability to get above the rim as a point guard. This makes him special.
For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective
hitting everything, bro. What do you mean, bro?
For Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor.
And now we have a moment to recognize the Player of the Week in the Eastern Conference, MP.
And you can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
That's to Vucevic. Stewart with the steal.
I passed Jokovic, bro. I should took that shot to the house.
Now, here's Ivy. He right on him.
What do you mean drop
Dunk
that
by
back, bro?
Harris.
All that athleticism from Tobias Harris showing that time.
Down low, here's MP. Using his athleticism, MP with the play.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Cunningham against MP. Shot clock at 6. Top of the key jumper, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
White dishes to MP, and the layup's good off the glass. MP's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
That's slam cam right there, bro.
Point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy, and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Here's Ivy. Still scoreless. From past the arc. And again, Cunningham missing. It's White on the wing. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Now here is Harris. 5 points in the game. Pass to Cunningham. Looking to end the run. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
What do you mean, bro? Get 3-pointer ball. What are you talking about, bro?
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Mission, bro.
Called here by
Mission again. I mean, that's it.
He's ready to talk things through with the team. The Bulls leading by 6. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. Holland is out there with Christie. Then there's Marcus Sasser. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Reed in its center. Pass to Christie. Back to Schroeder. Spins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Schroeder staying aware and excellent at going straight into the defense in order to get the foul.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for Chicago. Kobe White comes in for Trey Jones. He hits both from the stripe.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Simmons passes to Hernandez. That
I mean,
shot
that's all
misses.
me, actually, up there.
Barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
Over in the corner, Sasser. And it's off from three-point range. Back to MP. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. No good with the layup. Christie against Simmons. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Beyond the arc. And it's Schroeder missing.
Not a way to get out of the funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Sasser. Detroit, no good that time either. Chicago leading by 8. White dishes to MP. Good, nice job down low. Hernandez has got 12 points in just the second half.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Timeout, Pistons. The Bulls making a switch here. Bruce Ellis has checked in. So for the Pistons. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the Pistons talked to his team during the break. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Shots good by Hernandez.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pistons trail by 12. Stewart with the screen on White. Ivy against White. Now here's Ivy. Guarded closer. Shot clock at 3. Shoots over White. The shot by Ivy, no good. Bulls leading by 12. And White slams it in.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Cunningham looking it over. And he can't stop the run as he misses. MP outside. Dosunmu, the pass to MP. And that one drops. MP's got 38 points.
Hard to intimidate MP. He's going to take on the defense inside.
Timeout, Pistons. Cunningham finds Ivy. Now Harris. Pass to Cunningham. And it's White with the rebound.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see
me,
not just in their faces,
that
but right now in
me.
their quick
I
and
missed that
hurried
shot.
shot selection.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Chicago.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
He loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Cunningham, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cunningham's got 30 points. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Back to MP. And he banks in the layup.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans
awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Lays it up and banks it in. And the Bulls lead by 19.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Way to bring home that W. Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it. Objects in motion, stay in motion.
Coming right up, the Bulls taking on the Pistons. For Chicago, the first half of this season was about putting the league on notice. They've sent a clear message that they are not slowing down anytime soon. Pistons, Bulls, coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
MP like, yeah, he did there. Try to.
Greetings from 2K Sports. Welcome to our
This
Wednesday
game
night
will be a
coverage
facilitator
of the
because they're going
NBA.
double team.
Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at the Bulls, final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And checking out Detroit, quite a bit of space between these two.
Checking out Chicago, I think they're the team you dread having to play. I mean, they've been performing at just about their best in every game so far this season.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4, and it's Stewart in at the 5 down low. And for Chicago, they've got Ayo Dosunmu. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's MP, and it's White in at shooting guard. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
Yeah, that is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And right in the middle of winter, hot off the press, some fresh power rankings. You look at the Spurs, they've risen to 3rd in the latest power rankings, playing well as of late.
Well, right now for Chicago, they've surprised so many people with their ability to maintain this astonishing display of dominance. But here they are, the best team in the league late into the season.
And MP with a basket on the assist by White.
Well, that's on the defense. How did they let MP get deep positioning like that?
Cunningham outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
MP, the pass to Vucevic. Here's MP, and the layup is good.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Wow, Cunningham dialing it up from three-point range.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Thank you for that, Allie. And it's Cunningham missing. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. The free throw off from White. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days.
Well, he's been hot out of the gates, 4 for 5, and he might just be getting started.
Cunningham passes to Stewart. Now here's Harris. Guarded closely. Buzelis grabs the board.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to White. Back to MP. Here's Vucevic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, an impressive offensive rebounder. Vucevic isn't afraid of throwing his weight around.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
And the Pistons making a change here. Christie's checked in. Cunningham outside. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. And how about we check the numbers for Jaden Ivey?
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
For Chicago, Collins comes in for Vucevic. And Giddey's subbed in for Dosunmu. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Christie passes to Ivey.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Now here's Cunningham. Clock at 4. There's the drive. And it's blocked by Collins. Here's Buzelis. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Graham.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Collins. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Bulls.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Williams is checked in for Chicago. Jones comes in for White. Here's Thompson. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Outside Jones. Back to MP. Pass to Collins. MP with it. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Hernandez got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
And the Pistons call time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. Here's Schroeder in his last outing with 12 points. And though they've had a lot of high draft picks, Grant, the Pistons are still fitting everything together.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of rebuilding teams go through struggles, and then suddenly everything clicks. But you have to have experience mixed in with the youth.
Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's MP, then it's Kobe White, and it's DeSumo in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He had 46 points, and he was in the zone offensively. There was nothing the D could do to stop him. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Outside Schroeder. Over MP. Schroeder can't get it to go.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Here's MP. MP gets it to go through contact.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Right side Schroeder. And it falls all over the rim and in. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you can see Thompson working on his passing and expanding his skill set.
Here's MP. Nice job by MP converting it tight.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Sasser outside. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. And here's Schroeder outside. Chicago with a rebound. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting performance.
Thompson in the post. 5 points in the game. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often.
So it's Chicago in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be back in a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please.
What is she making? Let's see.
They're measuring up the shot.
I have faith.
One more time, a round of applause for our participants.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East. You got to be feeling pretty good if you're one of the teams at the top of your conference.
It's a huge confidence boost. Let you know that they're doing the right thing right now.
As if you ever needed a confidence boost. You always think you're doing everything right.
Well, oh my gosh, look, who's talking? Are you serious? Ernie, did you hear this?
I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about you.
I tuned out a long time ago. Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously a lot of work to do for the Pistons.
You can do everything else, but if you don't take care of the boards, you're... Well, you know what I'm going to say.
Your goose is cooked? You're in hot water? Any of those?
Where were you born, Ernie?
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He has come out energized, and as a result, he's been crushing it offensively.
Great to see him playing up to his full potential. This will do so much for his confidence.
And Detroit, let's look at who they've got. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Stewart in at the center position. To the paint. Here's MP. Drops in the layup for 2. Hernandez got 22 points.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And here's Ivy. No made baskets yet. The 3 from Thompson. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Buzelis. And the Bulls lead by 18. And here's Detroit. That'll be the 3rd stop of this 4-game trip. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Here's Harris. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now. MP finds Vucevic over Cunningham. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. Now Vucevic, averaging around 6 a game. Hernandez to the inside. And down it goes. 2 points. 26 points for him.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 13. The 3 is up. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Cunningham. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
And it's Hernandez missing.
You can see why he's not really known for his touch around the basket.
Harris misses.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Dosunmu. Pass to Vucevic. Down low. Hernandez. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. Vucevic has got 3 assists tonight.
Wanting it more, MP doing work inside.
Detroit calls timeout. And some changes here for Detroit. Christie comes in for Ivy, and it's Dennis Schroeder. And And Detroit has possession. They've got MP. Ben Simmons is out there with Kobe White. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's Giddey in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Bulls leading by 22. To the middle. White with it, and Sasser picks him up defensively. Left side White, pass to Simmons. MP right side. Simmons up top, cuts off the pass.
Oh my goodness.
Here's Holland. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Collins. Now Giddey, outside White, launches a 3, and Reed pulls it down. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. Sasser drives in. Here's Schroeder. And again, no good by Detroit.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
MP, the pass to Collins. Here's MP. And he gets the bucket. Hernandez got 32 points.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Back to Schroeder. Looking to get back on track, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Here's Hernandez. Soft touch off the glass. Hernandez got 34 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
The Pistons call timeout. For Chicago, Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Giddey, and Ayo Dosunmu subbed in for Simmons. And some changes here for Detroit. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
Inside, here's Hernandez. Cunningham with some nice D.
That's the play they want him to start making. They want to be able to trust him.
From the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
And it's Hernandez missing. Pistons trail by 19. Cunningham on the wing. He's covered by Dosunmu, and it's Cunningham missing. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Dosunmu outside to the inside. Here's Hernandez. Uses the glass on the layup. Hernandez got 36 points.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hernandez got 38 points.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Dosunmu on the wing. Back to MP. Pass to Vucevic. Dosunmu outside. And here's Vucevic. Down low. Here's MP. And the shot goes. MP's got 40 points.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bulls.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this win, they will now have 52 victories for the year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust. Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
A big group substitution here for Chicago. Simmons has checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Collins. Lonzo Ball's checked in for DeSumo. And it's Trey Jones in for White.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm. Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
Here's Sasser. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Like that. So.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk. You're on beat. Let's go.
Welcome to the NBA Rising Stars Challenge, a game that has become such a special part of All-Star festivities.
And that's really because it always provides us with such an entertaining look at the next generation of NBA stars. In a game like this where the pressure's off and it's all about having fun, I think we really get an opportunity to see just how skilled these young players are.
Exactly. I mean, nobody's going to get on top of you if you go behind your back or you try something out of the ordinary. And that means we get to see these young guys pull off some amazing plays in this game every year.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the five for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Thompson. Miller is out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Holmgren in at the 4 spot.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
Pass to Buzelis. He's looking for MP and finds him. That one good for 2.
And for this young man, this game is serving as kind of a coming out party, if you will. A lot of fans haven't seen him that often during the regular season.
And that's one of the neat things about the Rising Stars Challenge. It's a way for some talented young players to get their first taste of the national spotlight.
You brought up the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
And the shot goes in.
And some players in the Rising Stars Challenge aren't especially well known yet. But this young man is someone we've already become very familiar with.
It has not taken him long to really establish himself in the league. I mean, he's been logging a ton of minutes.
Now, here is Miller. Back to Henderson.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
Here's Thompson to end the run. And it's Rizachet with the rebound.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Shots good by Hernandez. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Weekend. I know you love it, Greg, and it gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
The sophomore is making a switch here. George is checked in. Launches it. Rookies with the rebound.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Now, here is George. Pass to Holmgren. Back to George. 5 on the clock. Over MP. George, no good. Now the rookies with it. A 12-0 run right now and counting. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Whether he's off ball or on it, you just love what the Zealous brings to the floor.
The rookies shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades.
Many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
We've got Collier. Klingen is out there with Rizachet. Then it's MP. And it's Edey in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for the rookies getting going here in the second.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Pass to Podziemski. Back to George. Fires for 3. And Klingen pulls it down. The rookies on offense. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's MP. Close in. No stopping MP.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Lively. A 3-pointer off the mark.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Rookies with the ball. 13-point lead. To the inside. Oh, MP in the face of tough interior defense.
And that was good defense there, but in the end, MP's offense just a little better.
Back to George. To halt the run. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Back to MP. Right through contact. MP.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Thompson. And Klingen pulls it down. Thompson's gone 1 of 4 so far. Back to MP. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hernandez has got 18 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's the pick. A 3-ball. Shot by Podziemski, no good. The drive by MP. Pass to Collier. Back to MP. Goes up. Tried to bank it in, but he missed. The sophomores with possession. It's a 16-point game. George, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's MP. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that orange. What a night he's had.
On the wing, Thompson. Off target from three-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
1:32 left in the first half of the game. On the wing, Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the rookies with new faces on the... And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Rookies on top, up 19. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. A night none of these young players will ever forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic. Just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game. And that excitement comes out onto the court.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Scoot Henderson. Thompson is out there with Holmgren. And it's Miller, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Henderson, following the basket by MP. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Back to MP. And he uses the glass on the lane. Hernandez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And 2 teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And the sophomores with possession here, trailing by 19. Holmgren finds Henderson. Offline with his 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Henderson with it. 9 points in the game so far. Fires from the wing. Jump shot is good.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
Henderson for 3. The offensive rebound.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Go out of bounds.
Some changes for the rookies. He's checked in for Song. Buzelis out there with Song. Then it's Castle. Then there's Klingon. And it's MP in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the rookies.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Sarr, good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Sarr's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the rookies. Thompson outside. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years, and I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching, but I read a lot about them. Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers, and all of those great teams. Obviously, a high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
In the corner, it's Buzelis. He's looking for MP and finds him. Basket counts.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Podziemski. Thompson looking for an opening. Rebound by the rookies. Klingen's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Sarr. Back to MP. Can't cash in from close range. Here are the sophomores with the ball. Here's Kamare. Podziemski finds George. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Hernandez. Banked in off the glass. MP's got 12 points in just the second half.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Lively. Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Back to MP. To the right side. Inside. It's good. MP's got 34 points.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And the basket by Kamare.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Pass to Castle. Here's Hernandez. Count the basket. Hernandez has got 36.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Buzelis. And that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And Benyama, he's checked in for Brandon Podziemski. .133 left in the fourth quarter. The shot by George, no good. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Hernandez can't get it to go.
Well, I think he's out of his element in that situation, and credit the defense for shutting him down, locking him up.
Thompson up top, covered by MP. Wembanyama left side. Clock is at 3. From about 19 feet. And the shot no good, a bit short.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And there it is for him. Hernandez has got 38 points.
Young fella does not let the contact distract or bother him. Business-like finish from MP.
Thompson finds Lively. George with no one around. Hits the three-point line.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to MP. Takes it off the glass. MP's got 40 points.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Driving to the basket. Here's Castle. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's the rookies taking care of business in this one.
I can't say enough about how well all these young men competed here tonight. A great show for the fans and a clear picture of just how many talented up-and-comers we have here in the NBA.
Greg, no doubt there are some future greats among the players we saw here tonight, and we're pleased to have brought you all the action. So now for Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying good night, everyone.
You have not been close to the All-Star game. That's crazy. How I've been snowed to the All-Star game. What do you mean? All-Star, bro. What do you mean, After this, I'm gonna go play some Cold War after this, bro. I'm gonna get back on Cold War. I can't get rusty on that game, bro.
Hi everyone, we welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. We've got Durant. Curry is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's LeBron James. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Free throw, no good for MP.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And here's the East. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. Now, I asked him about the challenge they face in defending Steph Curry. He said Steph is so hard to contain because of his constant movement off the ball. Conventional defenses won't work against him. The matchups will be fluid. He'll see a lot of different guys coming at him. He's looking and needing a total group effort. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
You can't send Durant to the line too often. He's always been an efficient free throw shooter.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Pass to Banchero. Back to MP. It's tipped. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Left block shot on the way. And the shot is long. Here's MP. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. Here's James. East grabs the miss. Here's Embiid, and he drives in. Good, and the assist goes to Embiid. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Wembanyama's checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget. In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Now, here's Curry. He drops in the tray.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Embiid. Back to MP. Pass to Embiid. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Hernandez has got his third assist on the night. Banchero against James. Curry wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Kicks it out to Banchero. Hits it from three-point range.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in the regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O. And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
The West trails by 5. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. James, no good. LeBron's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. A baseline J. That's good from Banchero on the assist by MP. Hernandez has got assist number 5 here tonight. Now here's James. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league.
It's a completely new group for the East All-Stars. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Kevin Durant's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Curry comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for James Harden.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Doncic. Then it's James. And it's Durant. And it's Curry in at the small forward. MP strong inside.
Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
And a deep 3 from Doncic. Siakam pulls it in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And that one's good. MP.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Doncic, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Young finds MP. Paxson coming off the assist from Young. Hernandez has got 6 points in the quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Bam Adebayo comes in for Embiid. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Leonard, he's checked in for the West. Now here's Curry. He's got 8. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Outside Curry. They need this. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got 11 points.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Here's MP. Yes, that goes in. 14 points for MP.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Count it. Good.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now, here's Mitchell. Here's Hernandez. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
What do you mean, bro? Block party, bro. Welcome to the block
Pass
party.
to LeBron.
I don't like chill.
Curry outside. That one doesn't go. The deep 3 from Mitchell. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so it's the East All-Stars taking a 19-point lead into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
On to Tacumbo out there with Paolo Banchero. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's MP. And it's Mitchell in at the two-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. And MP throws it down.
MP's been the catalyst for them tonight. Solid leadership from this young man.
Outside, James. Fades away. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Wasted no time on that one. 8 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And got rid of it promptly. Mitchell wasting no time.
Curry passes to Jokic. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Hernandez. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning.
Now here's James. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. So, Greg, you played the... group now for the West. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Jokic. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kevin Durant. James Harden, he's checked in for Curry. And Doncic is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Doncic. The West again cannot hit.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
MP, no good. James looking around. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. No good on the 3. And so it's the East All-Stars going into the break with a 10-point lead. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, we're back in a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Durant. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Here's Curry following the basket by MP. To the inside. Here's Doncic. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Adebayo. MP kicks to Siakam. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night.
He's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Then for the West All-Stars, Jokic has checked in for Wembanyama. LeBron comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Luka Doncic. And he makes that one.
And you know what? He's been on the big stage, guys, and he's been at his absolute best.
And Greg, barring something unforeseen, I mean, I think we know what this was. LeBron showing you how he does it. A stylish
James, bro.
King James.
What you mean, bro?
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Embiid with it, guarded now by Durant. Good ball movement here by the East. Embiid in the face of tough interior defense.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Down low. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. 26 points for MP.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And that one drops for him.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished. I'll tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
That one drops for him. And that's now 30 points for MP.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
James outside, and they get it. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Van Carroll, right side. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you, appreciate that, bro. What's up? What's up? I'm 41, why? Yeah. Yeah, I'm 41 years old, yeah. I am. Who are you? You're my friend. What do you mean, bro? You want me to leave? It's on you?
That's a solid team out there. You guys will have to bring it.
What's up? What are you playing? What are you playing? What are you playing? What are you playing? Playing Fortnite? Roblox. What is so good about Roblox, man? Like what? How old are you? You got a free 2K basketball 2K 25 that you can play. But you decide to play Roblox. Oh my goodness. It's free. It's free on PlayStation Plus right now. You don't have PlayStation Plus. Why did you get banned, man? Do you realize I got 4K followers, 4K on YouTube? You hear me? 4K, 22,000 followers on Twitch. Yeah. 22,000 followers on Twitch, 4K on YouTube. What do you mean? Just getting it in. Well, I'll show you some great gameplay.
Share screen option. Starting share screen. Button down. Options.
Well, I'll show you some great gameplay.
Let's keep this winning streak going.
And in the chat too. I talk zesty when you get in. I want to see what he does.
New notification. 2050. Join the party. New notification. New gaming phone. The PS button to the phone.
Alright, I am a It's me.
MP, how you doing, man? Still feeling cocky? Come on, man. You already know what it is. Let's run it back to that jersey swap. Same rules? Of course. Bet.
No, you know. No, babe. Hey, you know what he said?
Spirit. Good luck, kid. Man, I don't need it.
You know what he said? He said, Mike. No, this zesty ass nigga said my PT
Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Kobe White is out there with MP. Then it's Dosumu, and it's Vucevic, and it's Buzelis in at the 4. And for the Knicks, we got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Brandon Ingram, and it's Towns in at the 5, home in the paint. And it's the Knicks to start out. Doors for front offices. With the season starting to wind down, what's important now?
Yeah, their focus shifts depending on the season. And right now, with the season sort of dwindling, first and foremost, the draft lottery is important. The draft will occur over the course of the summer. So, evaluation of those all-important college kids, the European players, but also you're evaluating your roster. What has worked? What do we need to change? There is always so much to look at if you are trying to put a team together.
Now, here's MP. That one goes. Count it.
Gets the ball inside and gets it Gone. Nice work by MP.
Shut the fuck up. No one's talking, you dumb, dirty bitch.
Bridges outside. Good on the three-point
Oh
shot.
my goodness, Papa.
Nice to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so, MP will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Why did you
They
get off the
played
car, you
terrific
dumbass?
defensively. The
You're
few
dead,
cracks
buddy.
they showed, guys were quick to rotate
Here, take this
and
nurse
help
kit.
each other out.
Because your dumbass is gonna
About
die.
multiple efforts on the
You have a
defensive
fucking
end,
psycho.
and I thought, boy, that was good old-fashioned focus, team effort. What a win. Boy, a miss like that will drive
Hey, this
any
medicine, you
scorer
dumbass.
crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Stupid ass.
MP, no good.
Hey,
Just
take
tentative
that
in
damn
the
medicine,
paint, lacking a little bit
retard.
of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that
Your
shot.
body not shut the fuck up.
Bridges a
Kinda
screen
talk.
on White.
That's not.
Brunson against White. Score the basket. Nice shot
Already
after
up.
missing his first attempt.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at
black
his
long
size,
coffee.
you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience.
If you
You've got to
put
be
black
willing to
coffee,
work
you
in
know,
a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
Bridges, no one around him. No good from outside.
He's not
And
zesty, bro.
even
He's a
without
boy.
that
But
three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's the bucket from MP.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
why the fuck did you do
New York's
dumb, dirty
gone 1 of
hoe?
3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pulls it up. Rebounded by Vucevic.
I thought
This
you
has
just said
not been
they
a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
You shut the
Hey guys,
fuck up.
MP in the last time out against the Pistons was
Okay,
all
get in, bro.
business. He scored
His dad's
46
dead.
points, and he was dominant at the offensive end with a high field goal percentage as well. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up
Alright,
the
babe, I'm gonna leave the
intensity
party and
whenever
I'm
needed,
gonna make my own
players
party
really
so I can
feed
add
off
him
his energy.
or him back.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Miles Mc... The Bulls leading by 4. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning, it's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Ben Simmons is out there with Dosumu. Then it's MP. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Buzelis in at center. And Chicago shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. To the middle.
Shut up and go fucking shove a cucumber in your throat.
It's
MP
muscling his way for 2. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Robinson a screen on MP. The 3, Bridges. Rebound by the Bulls. Buzelis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Now, here's Bridges. Following the miss by MP.
That is the long arms and defensive prowess of Ben Simmons on display.
Dosunmu, shots good.
The assist
What if he
totals,
shut the
Kevin,
fuck
just
up for the first
continue
time?
to
That'd
grow.
be a
They're
miracle.
way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And so it's New York with it. Following the 3-point basket by Chicago. Bridges missing again.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And he gets it to go. Simmons got the lead up to 13
Why
now
the
for the
fuck am I
Bulls.
being racist?
The
I'm gonna
ball
make it
movement on
myself.
this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Bridges outside. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Bridges got his second bucket tonight.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter. You know he wants to help his team, but not sure if
Also,
shooting
now you
is
don't
the way
shut
to
the
do
fuck
it.
up, you dumb good
MP
bitch.
gets the job done inside.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Your whole mouth's been touched by cops.
Outside, Robinson shoots the three. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Bridges.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Bridges with the steal.
Bitch, my grandma's not even dead, you dumbass.
Here's Payne.
Get it right.
Chicago grabs
Get
the
it right,
miss.
you thank you.
13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Shut the fuck. Why is this midget talking
his
to me
hustle,
still?
leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David
Go
Aldridge.
find a genie and wish for him. Say, I wish to not be a midget no more.
He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for New York. Carl Anthony Towns checked in for P.J. Tucker. Brandon Ingram comes in for Bridges.
I could swim.
And it's Jalen Brunson in
Yeah,
for
you're
Payne.
swimming for Payne.
And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Vucevic checked in for Buzelis.
Yeah, swim for
Collins
food.
comes in for
Fucking
Dosunmu.
fat ass
Josh
diabetic.
Giddey's checked in for Ben
Nick
Simmons.
Avocado.
And it's White in for Lonzo Ball. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, if it ain't
You're-
broke, don't
What,
fix
nigga?
it.
You're
They
fucking
keep getting in the
glitching,
paint and continue to
motherfucker.
score consistently.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well,
Stuttering
he's more than
Steven.
just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better
I'm not even
decision
stuttering.
making. But his biggest
Dumbass.
improvement has been his efficiency.
And here are
Fucking
the
orangutan
Bulls.
titty.
They're on a 15-6 run. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And really keeping the ball
Until you stop talking to me.
hopping around here offensively.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Is your fucking stupid? Shut the fuck up, you fucking dumbass bitch. Go suck a black cock.
On the free throw, no good.
And the big question for MP is going to be work
Well,
ethic.
at least I'm not
because
white.
if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Here's McBride.
Yeah, treated by homeless.
14 points from him the last game against Atlanta. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, shut the fuck up and go eat some watermelon
And so
chicken.
MP will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a
Why is this
13-point
4-year-old
game.
talking to me?
It's rebounded by New York. Victory
Fucking
eluded them
dumb
last time in
bastard.
Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And defensively in
Shut
that
the
one,
fuck
they
up,
needed
bro.
to come up with big stops
Fucking Donald
to
Trump
quiet
looking
that
ass.
crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Oh, get up, MP!
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
New York's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times.
My
Here's
last one's
Brunson
dead, nigga.
off on the layup.
The edge on the glass is
If you
the
don't know
difference.
shit
It's
about people's
allowed them to
fucking
build
parents,
this
why are you
league.
even talking?
And it's out of
Dumbass.
bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Okay, like you can. Only thing you're roasting is fucking food.
Enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection.
The only thing
and
you're
it's
trying to
led
fix
a
about
terrific
yourself is
field goal
diabetes.
percentage. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Nigga, I touch grass. You can't even touch your fucking feet because you're fucking short as fuck. And you got all that bonsai covering your fucking face. Yeah, I actually can. All your fucking neck and fucking yard covering your... Yes, I am. Why are you asking weird-ass questions, you dumbass? Shut the fuck up. Okay, when you fucking grow up, no one's gonna like you because you're still gonna be a fucking little fat midget.
A fat midget? How you gonna
Hey,
take that to
folks,
somebody?
thanks for
Calling you a
joining
fat
us.
midget? What
It
do you
would
mean,
be
man?
an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Chicago Bulls.
Bro, what the? You're fucking
Good
yeah, right?
job.
Is that why
They've
you're
been on
fucking?
one. Giving those
Is
starters
that
a
why your
breather.
neck's covering your titties? and
Providing
your fucking
instant
face?
offense.
That depth also critical to staying out of foul trouble.
Your fucking arms are connected
Fellas,
to
what
your
do you
titties.
say we take a look now at the power rankings?
Well, right now for the Bulls, they're in that #1
Guys
spot
have
for a
titties, you
reason. Playing well
dumbass.
as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now, guys.
Gonna take a lot to knock them out that top spot.
Bro, it's the
Until
fucking
then,
same thing.
This is their
Y'all
league.
say girls have nipples.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for
What?
joining us.
Dude, why are you thinking about my mom's titties, you weirdo? Yeah, you fucking faggot.
And as we
I was
dive
actually
into the
talking about my
second half,
mom's
we'll
titties,
find out
bro.
if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So
You're the
far,
one
it
who
has
said
been a runaway.
your mom's titties.
You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first
Bro,
three
why are you still
quarters.
talking about parents? Do you have nothing else to say?
After is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy,
Hey, you
this
have
young
nothing
guy
else to
has
eat.
done just that.
You fucking ate it on
Mikal
that
Bridges.
fuck.
Josh Hart out there with Ingram. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these
I kind of
offenses.
hear that nigga no more.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making court
Are you still
seats.
talking?
That's not happening. Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Hernandez. Got it. Good job in the low post. MP's got 22.
This guy has been a
Saggy
catalyst
ass.
for
I thought he
them
fucking
all
looked like
game
Alabama
long.
Parker.
What a job leading them to this lead.
Oh,
Ingram
please.
kicks to Hart. Some nice passing by New York here. Bridges misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
MP, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
To the paint, here's Hart.
Shut your bitch
Lays it
ass
up
up.
off the glass. Hart's got 5 points so far.
So confident in the painted area. Josh Hart understands how to score inside.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level. And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
A nice shot by MP.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Bridges. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Bulls making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Now a chance to check out which rookies are the best of the best. Still in February, so there is a lot of season left to go. But this group, folks, has separated themselves in the race for Rookie of the Year. Well, you look at Buzelis. All season long, he's been getting it done for his team, and that's why he is sitting in that #2 spot and making a strong case, guys, for #1.
And at #2, he still has an excellent chance to walk away with the hardware for Rookie of the Year.
Agreed, but he's running out of time to impress the voters. And no matter what happens, it has been a special rookie season for this guy. What a force to be reckoned with.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Back to MP. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the lead.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Collins checked in for Buzelis. Josh Giddey comes in for Dosumu. And Jones subbed in for White. Bulls leading by 12. Down low, in transition, here come the Bulls. And Giddey gets it to go.
Well, this is where he flourishes. Out in the open floor, Josh Giddey terrific at getting to the right spots.
Pass to Hart. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Robinson a screen on Jones. Brunson no good. The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. MP's shot is good.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
To the inside. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Wow, Mikal showing off a bit of verticality on that finish.
Giddey against Hart. And Giddey gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
MP, no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Bridges shot good.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Back to MP. Drops in the short one. MP's got 15 points in just the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Thompson with it. He's got 8. Brunson downhill. The shot, no good. And so it's MP making things happen for the Bulls. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off.
For New York, Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. The Bulls also changing it up. Dosumu, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And MP subbed in for Trey Jones. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. See if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thanks, David. So for Chicago right now, Vucevic out there with Vucevic. Then it's White. Then there's Dosumu. And it's Hernandez in at the point guard. To the middle. Here's Hart. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Back to MP. And no good. Bridges with some nice defense. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside White. Back to MP. Good on the 7-footer. Hernandez has got 4 this quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
But they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity, He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Ingram outside. For three, Bridges sinks the triple. Now, here's MP. Pass to Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 18.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Back to MP. Uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 39.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And there's the drive. Inside. A stupendous finish in traffic. 41 points for MP.
Well, being able to finish through contact, essential for MP. No one going to make it easy on the interior.
I got him. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
They just got dismantled, bro.
All right, MP. I'm gonna let you out of jersey this time, all right? Just one thing. Just talk a little less.
Yeah, that's probably good advice.
They really thought they
Wow, look at how to play this.
Great win tonight, MP.
Well, Chad, I'm going to end the stream right here. I got to go. I will see y'all later. Peace out.